What's up, everybody? This is Storm, and I hope everybody having a very good weekend, had a very good Merry Christmas, and getting ready going into the new year of 2025. And today's video will be discussing the interview that PlayStation CEO had with Famitsu to wrap up 2024 and to discuss their future plans going into the next year. I will post a link to the interview from Famitsu in the description below. And I'm going to be reading off from somebody go by the name of Zuby Tech off of Twitter, who basically summarized the interview in special bullet points. Without further ado, let's take a look at what was said in this interview. This comes from Herman Holtz. This year is an important milestone that shows our commitment to creators and players. As a creator, I am pleased to see game developers using the power of technology to create new worlds and make games more detailed and deep. I am also honored to be part of SIE, which has been providing joy and entertainment experience to tens of millions of people for more than 30 years. I have high expectations that we will continue to provide joy to fans around the world. I've always been fascinated by game controllers. As creators, we are passionate about creating amazing worlds, but it is the game controller that connects the world to the player as a real experience. PlayStation controllers. So he's basically just talking about his experience going through the 30 years of PlayStation. If you may have not known, it was December 3rd marked the 30th anniversary of PlayStation. And they had a not really like big celebration, but show off their lineage of games that they had over the years, from first party, second party, and third party. And they're looking forward to the games that they have coming in the future. To name a couple of few, they had the part 3 of Final Fantasy, Marvel Wolverine, Death Stranding 2, Naughty Dog new game Intergalactic. So there's a lot of hidden new games that are coming, and some games that have not been announced yet. So he's basically looking forward to what's gonna happen in the coming years. And I believe Herman Holtz became CEO of PlayStation with somebody else as a co-CEO around June of this year. So he got a couple of months in as the new CEO. So we just have to wait and see what kind of stuff he'll be doing in the future. Alright, on to the next bit of news from the interview. Have always provided the highest quality experience. The DualShock series of controllers were born from the extraordinary technical skills of Japanese engineers and designers, and DualSense was completed through a wonderful collaboration between the hardware team and the game design team. Astrobot, recently released by Team Asobi in Tokyo, was also realized through this close collaboration. As a game creator, I always pay attention to different things when I play games than the average player. For example, when I'm trying to find the best balance between the importance of having a formal tutorial in game design and the importance of immediately immersing the player in the game world, I sometimes play the openings of various games 5 times each. I also pay attention to the length of weapon reload animations and think endlessly about the optimal length is at. So it makes sense that he's thinking like this, because he was originally the head of Guerrilla Games. Guerrilla Games, a background, they did the Killzone series, but now they're moved on to the Horizon Zero franchise. So him looking at animation and stuff like that, it kind of makes sense, because he did used to work on first person shooters. And the idea of coming up with the controllers, which kind of makes sense in a way, that Team Asobi played a big factor when it comes to, I guess, designing the DualSense controller, because out of all the games that came out, I say Astrobot takes all the stuff that's inside the DualSense controller to they basically utilized all the capabilities of the DualSense controller compared to other games when it comes to the haptic feedback, the rumble, like in Astrobot, when you're like running on certain stuff, you actually feel it in the controller, if that makes sense. It basically stuff like that to give a better immersion for games. Third-party games are using the DualSense controller to that capabilities, but I still say to this day, Astrobot is the game that fully utilizes it compared to other games. Alright, continue on with the interview. While pursuing visual perfection, however, the best experience is when I forget all of this, immerse myself in the game world, and simply enjoy the game. The story of Kratos and Atreus and God of War, released in 2018, was truly amazing. PlayStation Studio is a place where talented creators gather, and we are very happy that Astrobot, created by Japan team Asobi, is receiving praises around the world. This is a very important title in our portfolio. PlayStation Studios aim to expand the PlayStation community through games such as Astrobot and LEGO Horizon Adventures, and we also plan to release great titles such as Ghost of Yotai in the future. We hope that more players will continue to enjoy our work. We are also continuing to grow our live service division, with Helldivers 2 being a huge success. Alright, so he is happy how well Astrobot did. Like, it's not very surprising. Astrobot did very well when it comes to ratings and stuff. I think the true surprise is that it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, which is very surprising because I honestly didn't think it would actually get that award. It got some awards like Best Family, Best Action Adventure, and some. It won something else. Did it won Best Narrative? Nah, I don't think so. But it won a total of 4 awards at the Game Awards. And the big surprise that it won Game of the Year, because there was a lot of heavy hitters that released this year that could have gotten that award, like Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor. I never played the game, but I heard people speak highly of it, which is Balatro. Even Elden Ring was nominated, even though I truly don't think a DLC should have been nominated, but we already passed that, so I'm not going to dwell on that. But they are going to try to expand their portfolio with games like Astrobot and LEGO Horizon Adventures, and also going to be working on. They're still not going to stop doing the live service games like Helldivers 2, because that was a big success for them when they released it earlier this year. Even right now, it got a big resurgence of players when the new update came out that gave us a new area and new enemies to fight. I think Helldivers will continue making big success when they'll keep like giving us new stuff to do. Like we got a vehicle now, new stratagems. They even have a collaboration going on right now with Killzone, which I saw a lot of people was asking for, because honestly, Helldivers with collaboration with Killzone does make a whole lot of sense. So it's good that we finally got that. They basically are using this collaboration to test to see how they should do collaborations in the future when it comes to like pricing, how to earn the stuff from the collaboration and stuff like that. So they're taking a risk on how well this is gonna do, and I'm all for it. Alright, continue on. The studio business group is focused on rigorously selecting games that provide great experiences to players. We're also focusing on expanding our IP in new areas, such as the movie version of Ghost of Tsushima. I can't reveal the exact number, but we have a lot of great titles in development, including Ghost of Yotai and Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Our portfolio has a wide variety of games, so there is sure to be something for everyone. The game business is constantly changing due to various factors, including technological advances, new genres, and ways of playing. However, one thing that remains constant is people's desire for great entertainment experiences, and attention to games continues to grow. However, this has also created competition, and like many companies in industry, we have to make changes to our business too. All right, so that is another thing they are expanding to by doing like movies and TV shows when it comes to their gaming IPs. We have a couple of examples. The Last of Us TV show, where they're going to be covering the Last of Us Part 2 game for their Season 2 show that's coming out sometime next year. They also did Twisted Metal that got greenlit for Season 2. Like he said, they're doing the movie for Ghost of Tsushima. What else they got? I don't know if they're still continuing to do a TV show for the Horizon. Originally, it was gonna be on Netflix, I believe, or Amazon, but the deal kind of fell through, so they're looking at a different streaming platform for that show. And I believe Amazon is doing the God of War, but we haven't heard any updates what's going on with that at the moment. But yeah, as of right now, those are the entertainment stuff that they got. And they also have Death Stranding 2 coming out sometime next year, and Ghost of Yotai also coming out next year. So he has the numbers of how many games they're putting out, but he's not gonna give that number yet. They also have, so far they have like 2 first parties coming out next year. They also have a couple of second part, third party, like Lost Soul Aside got confirmed to come out next year. So far they got that game. They have a couple ones. They got the there was a game that was revealed at the Game Awards that's crossplay with PS5 and PC that coming out next year. So he has the raw numbers of how many games that's coming for their player base, but they're not gonna reveal it. I'm assuming he's probably gonna wait till some big event, since they didn't had one for this year. So hopefully next year it's gonna be a blowout for an event, or probably like a bigger state of play that only focusing on their first party. Because I believe the head person for Sony said they're not gonna get we're not gonna hear nothing from their first party till like sometime either starting March of next year. But I could be remember that wrong. But anyway, let's continue. Going forward, we will continue to focus on developing live service titles along with story-driven single-player titles that our players want. We are learning a lot as we establish the ability to develop high-quality live service titles within SIE. Helldivers 2 attracted many players through continuous content provision and achieved results that support the potential of live service titles. In mobile games, we want to develop PlayStation IP in a way that maximizes synergy with the console. To that end, we will focus on collaboration with external development studios. In November 2023, we announced a strategic partnership with NCSoft to collaborate in a mobile field. In October 2024, Destiny Rising, a mobile game based on the Destiny IP, was announced and developed and published. Game based on the Destiny IP by NetEase Games. So that's another way they're gonna be doing with strategic collaboration. They are trying to expand into other adventures, like into the mobile. So their first step into the mobile was having like a Destiny IP game made for mobile, which took a lot of people by surprise when they saw it. And it does look kind of interesting. It looks like it's its own story, and so don't know if people will play it, but we just gotta wait and see what happens. And like I said, they're not gonna stop working on live services. Just looking at how Helldivers 2 gave them the motivation to try to get into the live service games. Hopefully they could struck another success. So far they are 1 for 1 when it comes to live service. Helldivers 2 succeeded when Concord failed. So we just have to wait and see how their future live service games will perform. Single player games are an important element in enhancing the appeal of the PlayStation platform, and we set strategic sales periods for each title. While console remains our core business, expand to platforms such as PC will enable us to offer our games to more people. We always prioritize providing the best experience to our player, and as part of that, we are also promoting the link of PSN accounts on PC. Okay, so the whole PC thing, like, to be honest, it is what it is. Like after like a year or two after the game release on console, it could go on PC. So that shows that the console is the main core focus for PlayStation. They're not doing day and date with PC when it comes to single player games. Live server games, that could be day and date, just so they could get like a higher player base playing the live server multiplayer game. That's all good and dandy. So basically with that is nothing new in what they've been doing. But I guess they're gonna do like a more push for PC users to link a PSN account to their PC. I don't know if they will actually go for that, to be honest. Like, excuse me. The only way I could possibly see that's, matter of fact, I can't even see that working, because it just gonna look bad if they try to force them to do it. Like, basically, it would probably just be more people just try to pirate the game. But it would probably be like trying to force the PC users to for them to play a PlayStation game on PC. They will have no choice but to make a PSN account, which I don't think will be a good idea for them to do, honestly, because how the PC player base will revolt into that, and I don't think PlayStation want that kind of backlash, honestly. But I guess try to give them the initiative to give PC to give it a try. Honestly, I don't know the problem of making a PSN account and just link it with the PC. I can understand, like, there's some countries in the world that don't have a way for PSN, is not there, so that's something that Sony will have to fix on that. But currently, the ones who could play these games, they do have access to make a PSN account. They just choose not to, and no one not go. They should not be forced to do so, but I guess PlayStation just had this mindset. If they don't put the game day and date day one, it would give the PC users like, oh, I like this game that Sony put out. that came out, like, let's take Spider-Man 2018 for example. They got PCU got to try Spider-Man 2018, but now the second one, if they already played Miles Morales one, is coming out to PC. Is now coming out on console, so they'll probably look at it like, would they wait a year, a 1 to 2 year wait to play a sequel from a game that they like, that's only on the console right now, or they just gotta wait to eventually come to PC? I think that's the kind of game that Sony is trying to play. Like, they know not all PC users will transfer over to play a sequel of a game that's not on PC, but they do know there are some PC users that are not going to wait to play that sequel. So as long as they get those player base, then this is the way they're gonna do it. So I can't be mad about that. If it works out in the end, it is good. It works out for them. Astrobot is a culmination of PlayStation Studios' long-standing innovation in single-player games. Since its release, the number of players in the PlayStation community has continued to grow. Within 37% of Astrobot purchasers have either purchased a first-party PlayStation title more than 2 years ago or purchasing one for the first time. Astrobot is a great game that pursues fun and enjoyment, and has been highly praised by the gaming community. It has also achieved a Metacritic score of 94, and we are very pleased that a wide range of players are truly enjoying it. This title, which is packed with 30 years of play history for a PlayStation brand, has sold more than 1.5 million copies in the 9 weeks since its release. In addition, compared to other titles, the purchase rate is higher among younger age groups and families, greatly contributing to the expansion of the community. Alright, so they basically talked about how Astrobot showed a 30% growth for the PlayStation community. People who probably never bought a first-party game from PlayStation, or haven't bought one for the last 2 years. So I can see Team Asobi is going to expand even more on Astrobot, probably do a whole new story, probably give us new bosses, probably have new VIP bots. I can see them adding the character from Ghost of Yotai, Onimusha, the new Onimusha one, a new VIP bot for Represent Monster Hunter Wilds that's coming out. Tekken, they could add a whole bunch of VIP bots of characters. Hopefully the next one they could add a couple of Final Fantasy ones. So we just have to wait and see how Team Asobi is good expand Astrobot. But as of right now, they did fantastic for their game. 94 Metacritic score, which is one of the highest rated games of this year. Got won multiple achievement awards from different award ceremonies, from ranging from the Game Awards to the Golden Joystick Awards and stuff like that. So kudos to Team Asobi. I can't wait to see what you guys got cooking going into the future. Our extensive IP portfolio is an important asset for PlayStation, and as part of our efforts to strengthen our portfolio, we will continually explore opportunities to leverage our legacy IP as well as develop new franchises. Developed with the game creators in mind, PlayStation 5 Pro unleashed their creativity and allowed them to create the worlds that they envisioned. Delivering the best gaming experience, more than 50 titles have been updated for PS5 Pro to coincide with the launch. With more games to be added in the future, PlayStation Studios will continue to actively support the PS5 Pro. The most important thing in filming a game is to work with people who truly love the work and know every detail of it. You also need to understand what is important to convey based on the original story. The second important thing is to strike the right balance by maintaining the world view. Alright, so this has a lot of people excited for this. That PlayStation is going to try to leverage their legacy IPs. When they mean by leverage legacy IPs, they're talking about like the Sly Cooper, the Jack and Daxter. Insomnia is still doing Ratchet and Clank, so nothing to worry about. But a couple of old games that PlayStation have in their vault: SOCOM, Killzone, Wipeout, Twisted Metal. What other games that they have? Parappa the Rapper, games like those. So, a couple of ideas what they could try to do is to license them out for other, like probably other studios to make the games for them. Since like I don't believe we'll see like Naughty Dog doing a Jack and Daxter games. They already moved on from that. So they will probably either leverage it so another studio could make it for them, have it as an exclusive, this, that, and third. What else they could do? What else? Or they could probably use their, I believe is a studio they have called XDev. Like they could probably do something about it, or there's other things they could do to leverage their legacy IPs. So it's kind of funny they're saying that they're doing this after news came out that Capcom was going to bring back some of their old IPs as well. For example, they said like since they brought back bring out Onimusha, which the last Onimusha game was since like PS2 era. So the fact Onimusha is back, which I did some looking up. It turns out it is a reboot. I thought it was a whole sequel from the last Onimusha game, but it turns out it's a reboot. So can't wait to see how that looks. So now that Capcom's saying that, a lot of people say should Sony do the same, and it turns out they are. Well, I'm not gonna go through all the interview topic, but what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the future of PlayStation, and what legacy game that you want them to bring back? Please let me know in the comment below, and shout out for Zooey Tech for the information. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy your weekend and have a good night. Peace out.